Hello, people of the internet. Good afternoon, good evening, happy Friday to you all. Welcome to the evening block. Hopefully your week is wrapping up nicely, or if you're watching this at any other point in the week, hopefully having a great day. Nonetheless, we are approaching the 6 p.m. release, and well, we continue with the recording session because we're playing a little bit of catch up. We're gonna catch up one time with Miss AleXa. I didn't realize she was dropping new music already. Like, I'm Okay was not that long ago. And well, we have a brand new song, once again titled Distraction. And honestly, I'm not going to complain. I love AleXa. I love what she does musically. And honestly, I'm Okay. It still has me in a chokehold. Like, that song is unbelievably powerful. It's a really, really well put together song that's just raw, raw human emotion and is tremendously enjoyable to listen to, especially as someone who grew up on the power ballad genre. And don't even get me started on the vocals that she was just giving away for free, essentially. It was unbelievable. But that was last time around. We have a brand new era to check out, and I'm very excited indeed. So let's do just that. Here we go. Wait, where's my solo one? There it is. Man, I feel like her intro clip in like her little section in the soloist intro from I'm Okay really was not all that long lived, was it? But you know what? With the new MV out, we have to update that. I think MV's section needs to be updated as well because I haven't changed it to anything from Sabotage yet. But man, I wonder what direction she's going to go for. Because admittedly, wait, hold on. I have her Spotify pulled up on the side. Her kind of discography in recent times, I guess it's just this year, isn't it? Has really been pretty heavy, it feels, because Sick was not a very cheeky bright song at all. Not even close. I'm Okay, again, very heavy. Although in for me, a direction that I prefer, but Distraction. I wonder if it's gonna be along that line again. Let's find out.
Wake up if he only calls past 2 a.m. and you're still. Wait up if he's too broke to pay his rent and you still. Make up really dumb excuses to your friends. Clearly you just wanna play pretend. Not again.
Where are we gonna go with this? Because I hear that rock bass there. Bass, B-A-S-E bass, not B-A-S-S bass. Rock banger, hell yes. Wow, what a quick transition back into this slower beat. When I like the little, like, you know, the snarky, like, attitude delivery there. Still kept it melodic. Man, I figured with the instrumental being leaning into the band aesthetic, I figured I was gonna like this, but I do really like this. And she's not afraid of letting up the swears, is she? She's not gonna, you know, dampen out the emotional value by sugarcoating some words. No, she's gonna go full in. And the song just goes forward exactly how it needs to, exactly how it's supposed to. Well, damn, alright. That's got me kind of amped up, not gonna lie. Hold on a second. She cooked. She cooked! Once again. I do wonder what is it, if this is like a series of songs that she's dropping, like the all English kind of more. I guess they've all been kind of, based around the human relationship and it not going well, isn't it? Because like I'm okay talking about okay, it's like, is that a facade? Is that what you call it, distraction? And you're like, don't fucks with the guy. Just get him out of your life. Like, I'm kind of liking it. I mean, it's very clear how the direction is different from her Korean targeted releases. But frankly, I don't really care, because when the vibes and the energy is this good and very much plays to my tastes as a music fan, I'm not going to complain. And it really just it boils down to three things for me. It's the energy, it's the instrumental, and it's the attitude to it all. The instrumental, going with that kind of emo rock sound, is very much me coded. I grew up on rock music. Admittedly, it's a different vein and a different era, but hold on a second. There you go. I grew up on 80s stuff. So your hair metals, your second wave of British Invasion, German metal, what have you. So this era of rock, if we're being pedantic, is not really in my familiarity area, so to speak. But at the base, at its core, it's roughly the same thing. You have the electric guitar, you have your drum, you have your electric bass, you have your pretty raw, slightly aggressive vocals. This has all of that. The attitude of it. You can feel the snark, and you can feel the sass, and you just kind of feel everything in the song vocally as you're listening to it. And it's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Talk yo shit. It's got that kind of vibe to it. It's like, if there's really anyone who's gonna pull that off, I feel like AleXa's probably one of those people, and he does it pretty convincingly as well. And oh god, I was waffling for so long, I've forgotten what the third point was, but let's just go back to and just talk about the song. God, I hate it when I do this. Just my brain kind of works in autopilot sometimes, and I forget what I was like going to say. So I'll have a train of thought, I'll tangent off of it, and I can't go back to it. That's my bad. Sorry, guys.
2 a.m. and you're still wait up. If he's too broke to pay his rent, and you still make up really dumb excuses to your friends. Clearly, you just wanna play pretend.
What I'm finding really interesting about AleXa recently is the vocal range she's putting on display has been really wide, I feel like. Because Distraction, we're starting, really low, and we're slowly building up into that higher tone. But this song never reaches the stratospherically high, I don't even know if that's a word, but it's ridiculously high vocal range that she hit, and I'm okay. But if we're kind of putting together this kind of entire English era, so to speak, this year, we've covered a really wide range in vocals just across the board, whether it's just in scale or whether it's in tone or whether it's in delivery. And I feel like, admittedly, I'm not like the most well-versed person in the world when it comes to AleXa. I think Ben is probably more well-versed in AleXa music than I am. Shout out Ben one time. I feel like just the sheer amount of different AleXa vocals we're getting this year is like unprecedented, and I love it because her vocals are kind of nuts.
Not again, not again. If I could go back in time and change my mind and save me the heartbreak.
And this slow build that you hear, this rock beat that's slowly developing. And then once it drops, you feel all of it. And what's really cool about the chorus for Distraction is that even though it is thematically a little bit of a heavier song, the chords they're using aren't necessarily dark and depressing. It stays pretty comfortably in a major key, but with emo rock, you can kind of get away with having a darker song sound bright. I find this subgenre of rock so interesting. I didn't grow up on it, and I like catching up to it. I had a ton of friends in high school who listened to this kind of vein of rock music, but it's the ability to make a heavier, more depressing themed song, but make it using brighter sounding instruments. Like the verses themselves, they're kind of lower down, a little bit more subdued, and you can feel that swell as it progresses through the post or through the pre-chorus, how pop music does. But when it releases, you expect something to be big and heavy, but instead it's actually quite lively. I don't know. I just find stuff like that very interesting to me. But this is very nice. Gosh, I genuinely don't know what she's gonna continue doing this year, just because I feel like AleXa in the past couple years has almost been like going through a phase change, so to speak. Because her last like major Korean release, I think might be Back in Vogue, which was one of the first things that we checked out here on the channel, if I remember correctly. Like back when I started doing the whole thing in fall of 2022. And since then, she's had what? She's had OST, a collab with Just Be, an OST, and then we go Juliet into the three English releases with the lowercase titles on them, like Sick lowercase s, I'm okay lowercase I lowercase o, Distraction lowercase d, and it's interesting. I wonder if it's a market switch or what. I'm not a manager. I don't understand the kind of the small details and the behind the scenes stuff. Oh, excuse me. But you know what? This kind of recent era when it comes to AleXa's music, very diverse in terms of sound, but actually quite enjoyable to listen to. So, well done you, man. Well done you. Love what you do. But that is going to be it for me today. Thank you all for listening along, watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back to the world, whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy in the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.